Hello and welcome back to Intimate Encounters with Adam.
And Samantha.
And in today's episode,
we're joined by one of my friends, Arlie, out of Berlin, but actually from France.
Yep, a beautiful French name. Actually, one of my favorite French names. We didn't plan on saying this, but I genuinely love that name. It's amazing. And we're going to be talking about motherhood today.
And I don't know if you guys have listened to it or seen it, but we talked with someone else.
One of my best friends, Dale, who is a father.
Yeah. And so hearing the other perspective is definitely something that we
are both really excited about.
Never been a mother.
Also never been a mother. And I think the different thing about me is that I will never be a mother.
I don't think I'll ever be a mother either.
Oh yeah, true. That's something we have in common. But one thing that Arlie has that we don't is that she actually is a mother right now. And we're going to be asking her all questions about what it's like, what pregnancy was like, how her life has changed. So
and all of that other fun jazz that goes along with pregnancy and not so fun maybe jazz that goes along with pregnancy. But I guess that we'll be getting her to tell a little bit about that because we aren't mind readers.
No, so let's pass it over. Arlie, can you say hello and tell us about your beautiful little baby?
Hello. Like you said, my name is Aurélie, and I'm mom. Yes, since the 1st June 2018, and I have a little boy named Oscar. So he will turn soon 2 years.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
Is the terrible two true to its word? Like, have you heard of this term terrible two, where they're just going crazy and doing all these horrible things?
So you mean like this? The terrible two, the age. Sorry.
The age.
Sometimes I need time to. Yeah. So that's the time where they say no, always no. So definitely, and Oscar is half French, half German because the dad is German, and now he say sometimes for a kind of situation 9, or for another kind of situation no.
And is there a pattern? Are there some things where he's more German and some things where he's more French?
It's difficult to say because now we're starting to talk, but it's a mix, of course, of French and but definitely is French because of food. He loves to eat, to try everything. So this part he got it, and I'm so happy.
One of our friends, we had like a raclette evening a few weeks ago, and she is French, and she like poured the raclette cheese all over it, and she said, "Fromage, c'est la vie." And I just thought it was like so amazingly French. In my head, I actually was going to ask whether it was food where he was more French at. So I'm so happy that he is. Okay, in terms of, I'm super interested in bilingual kids. I would love to have bilingual children. How are you managing that? Is it something you've thought of? Yeah, how are you managing teaching him multiple languages?
The both languages? How I manage? So it's easy. I'm just talking my language. So it's I think it has to be just natural. And me, I'm like naturally talking French with him, and like the bilingual children, they need more time. So I'm not expecting him to speak very fast. So, and I'm not making any pressure. And I know that he understands everything. And then, like it's like I said, phases. Like sometimes he's talking more German, sometimes he's talking more French, and I think it will get natural and no pressure. So I don't know. So because, and of course, like the best way to teach also is to read books. I think books, it's like the best thing ever. To read always the same books, and he loves that, and I love that too. So that's my thing.
What are some of his like favorite bedtime stories that you read to him?
But what do you mean? Sorry, excuse me.
What are some of the favorite stories that you read with him?
The favorite stories, I don't know if you know it. It's calling Trotro. So Trotro is a little. I don't know the name in English. I have to check. Sorry. It's an animal. It's a donkey.
Oh, okay.
It's so cute, and there is a little music. And so also because Trotro there is books, and there is also like the little animation, and we look both. I started also with the little animation Trotro on Netflix. You can check that.
Okay.
No, I was also just thinking that would be good for my language learning. So
Mm.
I was kind of just trying to hang up on my own. Learning at the same age as a toddler.
Then go on Netflix and you have to watch Trotro.
There we
It's
go.
such a difficult word to say. I can't. I love the.
You cannot say it?
Well, it's a beautiful French sound, like tro. Oh, I can't do it at all. It's the same for me.
Trotro rigolo.
Okay, on that note of books, I love books as well, and I think that I would love to read to my children as well. And so I'm glad that you like that. I think it's valuable. But my question is, I have little sisters, and they read the same book over hundreds and hundreds of times and never seem to get bored. But do you, as a parent, get bored reading him the same book again and again and again?
Yes. but it's very funny because he gets also bored. It's funny because I have books, and even every evening I say we'll read this book. We'll read this book. And now he got like just bored of all this book, and he wants new ones. But Oscar, my son, loves changes. It's really a little boy. He needs changes, and he loves to see many people. He loves to read many kind of books, and with the books it's the same. So good for me. Then we can change a little bit.
Nice. Okay. So yeah, you're just gonna get a humongous stack of books, and then I guess that's okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Do you do funny voices when you read?
From me, if I'm reading.
Yeah, to him.
So I'm reading books for my son, but me, I'm not reading. So I'm reading articles, or things, but not books.
No, but say that you're reading about the donkey. Would you go, "Hello, I'm a big old donkey"?
Do you act out the books? Do you say voices when you're reading to Oscar?
Yeah, of course. It's part of the game. They love that. And also like the boom, like boom, vroom, vroom, vroom. All this, and then Oscar is like smiling and laughing, and when you force and make more like intonation, it's always better.
That's so lovely.
So breaking away from the book conversation.
Yes.
I was wondering if we could go back to before Oscar was born, and if you could tell us a bit about what it felt like to be pregnant. Did you know when you were pregnant? How did it feel to have him inside of you? That kind of stuff.
So how was that? So we were actually, it's funny because with Felix we were starting so we wanted to have a baby, and it was taking like more or less 6 months. And actually exactly at this time I was thinking, I will not get pregnant, I cannot have babies. I was telling to my doctor, I think it's not working, something is wrong in my body. And he said, don't worry, it's okay, 6 months, it's nothing, it's normal. And then exactly this month I got pregnant. And it's funny because I think it's all in the head. Like if you feel like you feel free and you don't make any pressure about that, then it comes. And I know that about other friends of me. So I got the test like the 6th last month, and I did it, and that was positive. So, and I was like, no, cannot be, it's not working. So of course I was doing 10 times this test, and it was again positive. And yeah, and then it's like of course some stress coming first, like wow, oh my god, no, it cannot be, and then love, like happiness, and then yeah, and then like it's funny because I was maybe like over a month, like pregnant, I don't know, 6 weeks or something like that, and then it starts directly the symptoms, like the bad thing, like all the symptoms when you are pregnant. When I knew I was pregnant, I got it, like this, like tiredness, like I was tired. It's crazy, like I don't know. How can I explain? I just make an example. You were going out drinking a lot, and then just you wake up and you have this horrible headache. I had this every morning, really. Every morning I had like this hangover.
For how long?
And did you have morning sickness? Did you throw up? Okay.
No.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
Luckily.
Yeah.
I was lucky.
Yeah. Okay, but obviously that eventually, I mean, it doesn't sound great, but I guess it went away.
How long did it stay for?
Yeah.
For me, it was until like 2 months. I had it 2 months, and after, yeah. No, it's hard.
Yeah.
You know that dinner party where you told all of us that you were pregnant? How much longer after that, like you found out that you were pregnant, did you tell us?
No, I was telling to the people, like officially I was pregnant after because you have to wait in Germany 12 weeks to get the doctor appointment, and then it's getting really real because you hear the heartbeat, and then it's like wow. And actually from the 12 weeks, no, not 12 months, I'm sorry, 12 weeks, of course, it's like you can start to say it's okay, and it will be fine. So then I started to say slowly. So I think it was like more or less maybe 3 months I started to say.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, because June, that was in January. Yeah, okay, we're good.
Okay, so this January. I don't remember when I said to you, but yeah.
I just remembered it was really adorable. You're like, I'm just gonna have a little dinner party. I'm pregnant.
Oh,
it was super cute.
I imagine that was. Yeah, did you have a lot of little calls and messages like that where you told everyone?
Yeah, so I was just telling to my family, and for my group of friends, we were one of the first ones, so of course everybody was curious and happy. Oh my god. So yeah.
Nice.
And then how long did, like, I remembered you were pretty small even when you were quite pregnant, from what I gathered, right? Yeah. Yeah. So how did you keep, like, you're in good shape while you were pregnant? How did that?
Yeah, it's actually something very interesting and important to say, because it's like your figure, your body for a woman. So of course it's changing your body, and first like it's when you get your baby, it's not like everything is going away. You still have a belly, you still have some kilos, because like naturally you get fat, like like kilos to that your baby gets enough energy, and I had 17 kilos. So, and me, I'm 162, so it's like a lot. I had 17 kilos more, and then when Oscar was born, I still had 10 kilos. I think I lost 7, but it's still 10 kilos that you have to lose, and I was so sad. Really, it was like terrible for me, because your body is just like and and the organs there, what happened inside you, it's crazy. Like your stomach is there, and your intestines are there down, and it's and you feel inside you like it's not good. So, it's horrible. I didn't know that before.
Are they back now in the right place?
Yeah.
Okay.
How long?
Yeah.
How long did it take? Like, what did you do? Did you just go for runs, or?
No, actually, never run directly. You have to wait with the run. You have to wait for the first weeks. You don't do anything, like just taking care of your baby. You can't anyway. You are just tired. And then with the 3 months after the birth, I started to make post exercise like gymnastics, like for the mother, and it's also a lot working on the, how do you say in English? I was perineum. Perineum. You know this muscle. Perineum.
Yeah. Sorry.
Périnée. In French, it's périnée. It's like a muscle that's under all the organs, and it's very important also for the sexual part that you have to train again. Because this is like carrying all your organs, your baby, your placenta, everything. So it's of course big, and it has to be like again really fit. So, and that's very important parts.
So is that like your uterus or your cervix? No, I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I've never heard of this word before.
I have heard of it. I think it might be like Kegel exercises, right? Or we would call it the pelvic floor muscles.
Oh yeah, pelvis.
Yeah, pelvic floor muscles. Perineum. Something like that.
I'm just super curious now.
Space between the anus and the scrotum.
And
the anus
male.
and the vulva and the female.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's the pelvic floor. So yeah, super important.
Yeah.
Super important. And me, I'm actually like to get back to this figure thing. I'm living in the first floor without lifts, and I have a baby now, 12 kilos.
Yeah.
So just naturally, everything went, and and I'm lucky actually with that.
That's nice.
For sure. You're living on the 4th floor. It always winded me.
Yeah. Cool. One thing, interested in is you're saying it's bigger. Everything you need to tighten everything up. So how has sex changed before having a baby and after having a baby? Is it much different? Can you tell? What's the difference?
Yeah. So of course. It takes sometimes to come back because like of this perineum thing. It's just like because it's also before we don't know, but this perineum thing, it's very important to get better sensation with the sex. So that's why at the beginning you can't work on that, and you can't have sex. And then of course for both, actually for the woman and the man, it's not the same because the body change, like like the woman got a bit brighter naturally, like a little bit. I don't know, me, I don't see it, but they say like you got a little bit brighter, and and it's changing like the sex life. But of course, if you work on that, it's coming back. But it takes a long time because also it's like the woman with her body. I say like after 6 months, I was losing all my kilos, but it's still like your body changed, and like the belly, it was big and now it's going back. So you have, I don't know, so your body changed. So you have to feel you as a woman good with this new body, and then make the exercise, and it takes a long time. So that's and of course you have like this new little creature at home, taking also a lot of time, taking a lot of energy. You are tired, so that's a critical part of the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm actually wondering, so how much, like, do you just bleed like crazy after pregnancy, or like how does that work? Because
what do you mean?
Like I just assumed that if you just didn't have a period for 9 months, that you would just bleed a lot after, but maybe that's not
bleeding.
Trying to reset.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Did you heard about the big diapers? So like the bag of a woman when you go to the clinic to get your baby, you have diapers and huge underwear to put because you are bleeding. Of course, it's like nobody talk about that, but it's like 1 week after just bleeding a lot.
Okay.
Wow.
For both, like I got a C-section, I was bleeding, but also for normal pregnancy, you are bleeding also after.
Crazy.
Wow. And
Yeah, but yeah, it's not sexy. Like the first week. But come on, nobody talk about that. I didn't know that, and I realized, oh my god, I don't know if I will make a baby if I knew all this shit.
But this is what we're here to talk about.
Exactly. So if you're a woman and you don't want your vagina to bleed for a week, at least probably don't have a baby. But it stopped eventually, right?
Did it stop?
Yeah. Are you still wearing diapers?
Yes, it stops.
Okay.
Stops after 1 week or something like that.
Okay. And was it painful?
No, but I mean, like the bleeding part is not painful. Me, I got a C-section, so like 2 days after, of course, it's an operation. So it was 2 days I was like just lying on the bed, and it was a bit at the end not so really painful because I got a lot of pills against the pain. So yeah, for me it's different. I guess normal pregnancy, like normal birth, it's painful, but I cannot say because I didn't.
Did you choose to have the C-section, or was it?
No, I didn't choose, but I was happy.
Okay.
No, it's weird, but no, because like, okay, I will not go to the details, but I had my uterus had a special form, and like Oscar, my son had not so much space, and he couldn't like turn and have the head, and that's why very early I knew that I will get a C-section. So everything was fine, no problem. Just like he had not enough space to turn. And me, I don't know why, to give birth was always like just making me stressed. Like I thought I will die. I don't know why. I'm really weird with that. But I thought I couldn't. I wasn't able to give birth. That I like to,
Yeah.
Like I couldn't. I don't know why. I thought I will die. So that's why I was like, okay, I'm fine. I was always like, because a lot of women are like. Oh no, natural birth is the best. And me, I was like, yeah.
Well, I have this small fear because I actually had to get pulled out of my mom. So she gave natural birth to me, and they had to take some like pliers and just pull me because my head was so big that she couldn't physically push me. So for the longest time, I had actually like store fights. So like it actually. Like they had to just like yank me out of my mom. So like I would definitely vouch for a C-section just because any child I would ever give birth to would probably have a ginormous head like I do. I had to wear adult sizes when I was like 7. So like poor my mom. Go you. Just saying. Anyway.
Wow. On the flip side, my mum gave natural birth to 4 children. A problem. So it is possible. It is possible.
She just popped.
Yeah. Oh, okay. She's got a very tiny head. That's what I.
Of course, it's possible, but I think like it's something I want to say. Every woman is different.
Yes.
Everybody has different opinion, and it's really something from the after where the baby is here. I got different kind of opinion about how to breastfeeding, other topics, and everybody's different. Me, I was not feeling I want to give birth, and I'm thinking like that, but I'm definitely sure, like you say, your mom give birth to four babies. It's nice, it's beautiful. Of course, it's respect.
I think it's amazing that nowadays we have that choice. Because there's something, I read this book, The Life You Can Save, which is all about donating to charities and effective ones to donate to. And I think actually, Aurélie, what happened to you're describing when the baby couldn't turn, that's actually very common. And in poorer countries where C-sections aren't available, it can actually be, women can die giving birth like that. or they can be left severely disabled, because it's obviously it's not happening the proper way or whatever, and so they can be disabled and ostracized in their countries because of it. So I think it is incredible that we have these opportunities, and I'm so happy that you're healthy, that Oscar's healthy, and you just live it. Yeah, your great lives.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start wrapping up soon, but I wanted to ask if you have any final thoughts. Can you tell us, like, I think one of the things that kind of come up for me is like how happy you like, are you happy that you're a mother, and what words would you say to mothers to be? Potentially.
Yeah, of course, like it's the most beautiful thing ever. But I have to say it's not always easy, and I had like bad time, because it's also tough to be mother, and you think, oh, everything is natural, but because you change everything in your life. And before I was already in Berlin, going out, meeting my friends, and I love that life. I love that in Berlin you can do so many things, cultural things, and then when you're a mom, the priority is this little boy, and it changed. And like for me as a woman, it was a bit difficult, but of course I love my son and no regrets. But it was like first, wow, like a part of me is actually is dead, sorry. So I'm always a bit like hard and shocking people, but it was like my feeling, like a part of me is actually dead. But it's a new part. It's a new Aurélie coming, and even better, I would say, of course. But it was like a way to go to the Aurélie with Oscar and with my life, and because just it's something that I wanted to say with in Germany, you have this maternity leave, and you can get until 3 years just taking care of your baby. And me, I really wanted to work again. My image of me was like a working mom. I mean, like, having a baby, but also working and not just doing like baby stuff the whole day. And I was, I think, getting this point of happiness when I was working again.
No, that's totally fair. I mean, I've known you always as this like independent, super working babe who can also have a lot of fun and just like, yeah, I met you when we were going out and doing fun things all the time. So I totally understand where you're coming from with that. And that's one of my biggest fears of becoming a mother, is losing that part of myself.
Yeah, because there's no going back.
Yeah.
You can't. My friend Dale, when we chatted to him about fatherhood, he said a similar thing. He refers to it as, before he was a father, that's when he was truly free.
Yeah.
And now, you'll always be a mother, and you'll always have Oscar there.
Which is such a reward. Like, I totally understand that it's a reward, but like, it's also, yeah, you're never truly free. Like there are some things that you have to give and take in order to have this experience. And
yeah, but it's a lot of new, very funny things. I mean, like now Oscar is 2 years and I play with him. It's like so much love. My God, you cannot imagine all this love. We are like just springing on the bed, and he's like, yeah, or he's making like the noise of the animal, and I don't know, and it's like a lot of new things that I didn't know. And of course, I was talking about the part I was losing, of the part of me I lost, but it's, like I said, also a lot of new things, really cool.
No, for sure.
Beautiful.
And I'm so excited to see him next time I'm in Berlin. He looks adorable. Saw him with his ukulele on your Instagram story, and I was just like, I'm dying. This is so beautiful. So I'm really stoked to meet him again. And this time he might I probably won't remember me, but maybe. He won't remember me from when he was a baby, but maybe he'll remember me again in the future.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you so much, Arlie. That was beautiful and super insightful. I learned a lot. And
cool.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us, and for our listeners and or watchers out there.
If you like this, please give it a like. Please give it a share. Please subscribe. We are putting out new podcasts every single week. We are diving into this. We want to talk about everything to do with
sex, relationships, dating, etc. And in the next couple of days, we're going to be launching our Patreon. So if you do want to support this venture that we're on at the moment, we would love to have you
as a Patreon subscriber. We think these conversations
are super important, and we want to keep doing them. And I mean, we probably will anyway, but we would love your support because this is our time, and we wanna share it with you, and we would love it if you could support us.
So thank you very much for watching. Thank you, Arlie, again, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Ciao.
Ciao.